professional matches,
Mhm.
you know that he's gonna perform well. So it's just natural for that to be the ban. Burn X Flash going in for their signature pick, which is the Arlet in this
Mhm.
case.
Yeah, the R-lot that also is a priority too for some of the teams here in Games of the Future. One of them is actually AP Bren that really loves to prioritize this hero. We see the Ruby being prioritized by some of the teams here. But in terms of like the comparison here between the CC that both heroes have, like what does the R-lot have that the Ruby doesn't, Wolf? Like, and there's an immediate pickup of Ruby on the other side, but what is it about the R-lot that makes the teams
Yeah.
pick him up first?
The instant initiation, it's uncatchable. It has a great laning matchups. Like it's almost difficult for Arlo to lose the lane. And there's also that flex factor where you can play the Arlot in the roam
Oh
role
yeah, the
and also
XP.
in the XP. That's right. So that's mainly why. And also Burning Slash that just likes this hero. And they will go all in team fight. It's Valentina to go with the Akai.
The
So
Akai.
Burning Splash really just wanna group up.
Oh man, and the ONIC picked up the carry too. I was gonna say carry, but the carry to answer out, of course, to the tanky picks. They got the Valentina here for Burnix Flash. That seems to be a recurring pick also for the other teams. I think with the CC heavy type of composition that all of the teams is starting to love here in this competition and in this current meta, the Valentina is proving to be a rising pick. You know, apart from the Novaria here, they lock in this Barrett's here for the side of ONIC. This might actually just go to the jungle role, but I actually seen something different yesterday, Wolf.
Yeah.
There was a Barrett's picked up, and they actually switched for the Hellcurt in the last pick. So is this
Whew.
time for surprise
Yeah.
pick? But I think this is most definitely going to the jungler role.
Yeah, I also saw a surprising Barrett's pick yesterday was picked up in the mid lane. So not in the
Oh
XP,
wow,
not in the jungle, it was in the mid lane. It
the
did
mid
not
lane.
win, I'm saying, but that's definitely one of the surprise here. Yeah, the Barretts typically coupled up with a hero that can actually make the Barretts faster, like the Matilda, sometimes the Rafaela. This time, they're just going to be banning out this Ixia, and then Burnix Flash
The
going for the ban.
Aurora.
That's right. We saw that it was picked up by Sans actually yesterday and was really good with it. Maybe the next ban is the Gord because the Gord is still pretty good
Yeah.
going up against the Valentina.
Yeah, I love how you brought that up. I was thinking of the heroes that are not really like the prio pick right now. Like usually, you know, the players, teams, they go for the Novaria. But Sans, like there was a game back in M5 that he actually picked up the Gord, right? Like up against, I think that was AP Bren. And then eventually in the
Yeah.
next game, AP Bren adjusted, picked up the Gord for themselves. Great amount of
Right.
slows that it can provide, especially in team fights. And the true damage too that it can provide for the team. So let's see if that's going to be the final ban here. But they also have to take into consideration
Oh,
what
the
Boots
Nana.
will pick up here in his lane. Oh
The
yeah,
Nana
rising
gonna be the
pick
ban.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So what will Boots pick up? Well, I think that they will last pick the Boots hero because the Ruby can also be picked up in that way. So maybe a mid laner here for ONIC. Thinking Gord still for Sans.
Yeah.
Very strong hero in that lane. They pick up Vexana instead. All right. So there's the anti-team fight that they have because the Burning Splash wants to group up, so you want a hero that likes the enemies to group up, and that's definitely Vexana. And also, there's a lot of merit to that because Burning Splash, they're not looking to go for an assassin in this case. They're gonna be locked up with maybe a Brody or a Bruno. Actually, they don't have much choice here. They don't have the golden choices anyways, and they go Diggy, interestingly, so that they will have more team
for
fight. But
Nico.
this, man, ONIC just makes this made this Vexana pickup even more of a good hero for them.
Yeah. For
Okay.
Burnex Flash though, you did say that's gonna be team fights. The Diggy locked in here last to counter out, yes, the Ruby and the Barretts here. You got Sans picking up the Vexana. They still need something here for Boots, something to possibly, you know,
Yeah.
engage in team fights. Apart from the Ruby here in this lineup, or is the Ruby gonna be an XP lane?
Could be. I think honestly, well, they pick up the Lapu Lapu. All right, so never mind what I was about to say. I was thinking like maybe somewhere along the lines of a Grok that can actually tank the damage from the Diggy bombs. But if you think about
Yeah, the Vexana that is currently the third most picked hero in MLBB, both in yeah, low ranks from epic tier up until mythic. It is the top pick hero, third most picked. But let's head over to our very first match of the day. It is going to be ONIC versus Burnex Splash here for the very first time. We see Keyboy already going towards this side, just providing vision here for the side of ONIC. Looking here at what Burnex Splash needs to do, they want to go for the team fights. Should they start it out very early on, knowing that ONIC here has the answers? They got Keyboy here. They also got Boots here for the engage. So should they start to go for that early game pressure here up against ONIC?
oh, definitely you cannot let go of the pressure if you are Burning Splash because ONIC, this team can really smell some of the, you know, they're that kind of team where they can out macro you if they wanted to. So you have to keep your pressure up, and especially because you picked up the Brody anyway, so that's an early game hero. You want to really keep that in mind.
Oh, this is something new. I actually haven't seen the R-Lot in the XP lane. Nico, it's not gonna be a very tanky diggy, right? Like not unless you are able to pick up the items. Looking at this, it's very new to me to see that the R-Lot's gonna be in the XP lane. As compared to the usual setups that we see in games of the future, where the R-Lot is actually utilized to be in their own position.
Yeah. I mean, some movements onto the bottom lane with Rindo trying to aid I'm your ATM in this spot because yeah, that's the thing with the Akai, right? Sometimes you're really quick at taking your jungling pattern, that you have a lot of free time. And this is the awkward spot as well for the Barretts in the jungle. Sometimes you're way too fast that before the turtle, you're looking for a target for you to keep your stacks up. Sometimes you take away some EXP from your XP laner, as we can see right now, but ONIC is far too calculated. Sans, Boots, and Carry will have their level 4 just in time.
Yeah, just in time
as
for
well
the
as
team
Keyboy.
fights that yeah, in time for the team fights that they're looking. It usually starts here at the Turtle Pit. Keyboy still does not have that ultimate. The ATM gonna be soaking up all of the damage. Does not have the flicker. And there you go, the Eternal Guard. And of course, that's gonna be Boots picking up the first kill, or the first blood rather, for this game.
Yeah, too easy for ONIC. You can see that I'm your ATM. Just, you know, if you let go of the pressure just a little bit, you're gonna be poked down. And Kyrie does not secure the orange, but he did force the retribution onto Rindo.
Yeah. I mean, that's big, right? Especially if you're taking in the objectives here. Looking at ONIC, apart from that, it's a great start for them. They got in that turtle, and at the same time, they also got that pick-off, went to Boots. And looking at this lane, you did mention that there was some XP taken away, but kind of, you know, it doesn't really matter right now because it seems like that Lapu Lapu on the bottom side seems to be dealing a whole lot of pressure here up against the R-Lot here of ATM that's forced to actually back away.
Oh, interesting turn of events, but that means that ONIC will just lead by a significant amount in the early stage, like 3 minutes in with 1k. So it's quite pretty good, pretty big. Okay, BJ's here.
Yeah, KLBJ does have that Eternal Guard. Forces it out actually here to let ONIC stay away from trying to pick them off. It's still going to be a very calculated one. Burnex Splash needed to back away from that one because the next one's going to be the second turtle of the game. And let's see how it will pan out here for Burn and ONIC.
Top lane is going to be the target here for Kyrie. Or is he just farming? I guess he's just farming at this point. He's always a threat. The big, bad dinosaur from Kyrie is just walking around and controlling this top part of the map. Onto the bot side, you can see the Lapu Lapu, which is, you see Boots being more active now compared to I, your ATM, just cutting the waves because they know that they want to fight afterwards, want to fight around this turtle timing. And here we are, the turtle fight being started by ONIC. Kyrie holding onto the turtle. That's the advantage of the Barretts. Sun's very aggressive positioning from himself. And they put in the ultimate. They actually gonna go to 3, but the Tiki ultimate is gonna be there. Far too late. Owl down for the count. They want to go for more. Kyrie dashing in forward and will secure the turtle. They will find more. Another kill. And then another one. That's 3 kills going in favor of ONIC as well as the Lord. My oh my, what a perfect team fight on the side of ONIC Esports. And they're gonna be controlling the lane even more. Right after taking 3 kills and a turtle, they take the mid lane turret. And that is gonna explode the goldie now for ONIC. It's 3,000 at this point. Boots staying in the Kramer's bush for now, but has to get out. And then, if you're gonna be looking at the farm, Thunderbelt already available for Albert with this gonna go tanky fighter build up. Thunderbuild, the belt. Well, Keyboy will not hit the ultimate for now. Gets out to safety. I've heard the retribution. Now Miko has to flicker out. Rindo wants to fight for this one. Does have the heavy spin. And now damage output coming up from Owl. It might be enough for Boots. For now, it should not be. Eventually it is. Carry might be in trouble. Has to get out. And that's ONIC actually losing Lapu Lapu out of nowhere. They want more. They want to force the bottom lane. The flicker from Keyboy, and that's it. That's going to be a confirmed kill on Owl. Second death on the Brody at 6 minutes. Not the best timing. Not the best output. Coming out from Owl. Kyrie, unrelenting. Level 9, almost level 10. Still has the retribution. Wants to invade this time. The right move coming out from ONIC. Not let Rindo breathe, and then Keyboy just dodge. The final slash, not a care in the world. ONIC are just tearing through in the early stage. Interestingly, the lead is just 3k at this point, so yeah, it's gonna be another turtle for ONIC.
Starting it up right now and getting in the stacks up, using it so well. You see Sans as well trying to give the vision for the side of ONIC here to make sure that if Zeus in the bush, but right now ATM goes in for the final slash. Sans gonna get taken down. Keyboy gonna get tugged in there as Rindo gonna be able to pick up the retribution and take in this last turtle of the game. But Boots as well gonna go in with the bravest fighter. He's gonna be able to sustain, but ATM just gonna fall there. KelVJ and the rest of the gang trying to go in for the punish here for ONIC overstaying. Kyrie as well from the backlines. Owl gonna be able to get in that stun, but Kyrie gonna be able to get taken down there too. Getting outplayed, getting tugged in by that reverse time, and finally sealing the deal there to take down Kyrie.
Wonderful recovery coming out from Burnix Slash, winning that turtle fight. Eventually taking out 2 members of ONIC after the turtle, and then they were able to chase. Even Kyrie was taken out, and you can see KelVJ just copying the Barretts and just activating it to full potential. And then they are able to take out Kyrie, pushing up top, and even the bottom lane is a little bit controlled by Burnix Dash right now. So everything going in favor of Burnix Dash in the last 2 minutes of the game, and that means that ONIC will now lose majority of their gold lead. In fact, at this point, it is almost nothing, right? So you can see the farm coming out from the Brody 6k, while Albert is 6.3. So there's not much difference between the two gold laners now.
Yeah, the difference is gonna be the space that was created here by ONIC, right? They took in two of the towers, the mid tower, which is really big, especially for taking in the objectives, and now they're looking to take this bottom side. We might see a fight ensue, but ONIC not gonna be committing anything just yet, knowing that the Lord will actually spawn in just a few seconds here. But overall, like, Burnix Flash just close out that last clash really well, being able to take down Kyrie, actually take down 3 members there before it went towards their favor. 25k for Burnix Flash, but at this point, right, it is not really that evident right now, as ONIC is looking to try and retake it in. We have this first Lord of the game, not yet the Luminous one, but Burnix Flash already positioning themselves here to try and take it for themselves.
ONIC will still is leading for a little bit, and they're controlling the map. You can see some of the minions. They don't care about the bottom lane because it's like an even number of minions up there. And up top, they already pushed it. And now that means that they will try to start this. And Carry will have level 12 soon.
He's
Carry's
taking all the
just
damage,
stepping
though.
all of the bombs. Yeah.
Mhm.
The time bombs.
He's
from
able
the
to
Diggy.
sustain that. Yeah,
Exactly.
just making sure that not either Sans or Albert doesn't take it in. He's the one frontlining here for the side of ONIC. The Lord dances are going to be very interesting here too because you can no longer tug it to the side. And
Yeah.
ONIC and Burnix Flash right now they're just waiting for whoever's gonna pop in that ultimate first. And speaking of the ultimate, there you go, the final slash onto Keyboy as Owl is gonna be picking up that killing spree. But ONIC though has a better position on this Lord take. Man, that was a big for their side, right? Keyboy, the one setting up the plays here for ONIC, is out.
That means Burnix Flash will not have the Time's Journey anymore. However, big pick off. Not gonna downplay that. Keyboy being taken out is definitely good for Burnix Flash. And look at Kyrie just going back to taking that orange buff. They want to fight. No Dig ultimate.
There goes the final slash. Boots as well, taking a lot of the damage. Owl being able to free hit everybody. There's a shutdown onto Rindo. Albert on a killing spree.
That is really bad for Burnix Flash, losing 2 of their members, but it's just the timing. It just proves to us that Miko's ultimate is so important for the side of Burnix Flash. Like, losing the Time's Journey means that ONIC will just fight even without having some of their other heroes. Like, even without Keyboy, at that point they will fight, but they did eventually have Keyboy. ONIC just fighting too. Albert was very confident now. And the fact that they took out Rindo just a second before the Lord went into the retreat threshold, that's actually pretty good for ONIC. And that means that ONIC will now be securing majority of the map. 11 minutes in. They're taking back the control. They even forced some of the holy defenses already. That's bottom lane out. And now, here they go. They will just go for the invade.
The Lord is also marching in the base here. Whoa, what?
The final slash connects onto 2. Keyboy has to get out, but Keyboy will be taken out for now. Owl outputting the damage, wants to chase.
Forced to back away from that one. Albert's still gonna be going at it. Fends their inhibitor turret and melts down that Lord.
That's actually a good defense, all things considered, for the side of Burnix Flash. Well, this is just the first Lord anyways, but the fact that they didn't lose any of their inhibitors, that's gonna be good. Like the final slash connecting onto 2 and then followed up with the stun with the knockups coming out from KLVJ. And then, of course, his teammates, that's gonna be good. But okay, this time they will try to invade again, and that's another final slash committed, not able to put Kyrie over the wall, and Kyrie is alone in here. And Burnix Flash does not want to gamble that fact. Eventually, the other members of ONIC will show themselves. And Kyrie, at this point, is too tanky that he's not scared at all. Gonna be pushing up top, finally finishing off that siege. Kyrie now picks up the Radiant Armor, which is gonna make it difficult again for Burnix Flash to deal the damage. Well, I'm your ATM, not gonna land the Flicker final slash, even after a good angle, as ONIC identifies that. Gets out for now. Yeah, means that ONIC, we gotta be very happy about that. They're gonna take the buff. It will be given to Albert for now. And Albert has turned into definitely a hyper carry at 13 minutes. Another Lord fight ensues. Repositioning themselves. I'm ATM. Oh, look at that. Catching 2. But then comes the Time's Journey. Keyboy gonna be taken out because of that, just like in the previous clash. Now they want to go for Albert. But into the backlines. Boots is gonna be there. Even after the heavy spin, there's no damage because Owl is in trouble. Owl taken out. Now onto the backlines. Albert eventually taken out by KLVJ. In comes the cavalry as I'm your ATM punished by Sans. Kyrie and Boots will be staying in front. And Rindo will have to back down for now. ONIC gonna be securing this Lord if they're fast enough. but they don't know where Rindo is. Rindo cannot show himself. Miko taken out so easily by Boots and Sons. It's actually just the ultimate from the Vexana that finished it off. It's Sans just dipping his toes back to the Lord right now. Lord versus Lord action. Sans to take it. ONIC are gonna be getting the second Lord of the game. It's very crucial as well. Slowly inching their way towards the bottom lane for now. Kyrie will spot out an orange buff. Oh, yummy! More and more farm difference for them. All the while, Albert is just waiting for another buff. We'll get some farm. Heading into the top lane. And they will spot out the purple buff. Oh my goodness. ONIC is just getting everything at this point. Now can you defend? Well, Burn Splash, they still have a lot of crowd control. And as long as Owl is kept intact, has the flicker now, they should be okay when it comes to the damage output, damage department. LVJ risking his life just snatching the ultimate from Suns. They still want to go. All the Diggy bombs, they don't care at all because they have Radiant Armors now from ONIC. Keyboy with the Immortality is now facing adversity under the base of Burn Splash. Not a care in the world. But ONIC will be disciplined. And they're not gonna fight for now. They're gonna be waiting for their turn again.
Yeah, 7K lead for ONIC. They got those two inhibitor turrets over at the top and the mid. You see the bombs being scattered out here by Miko, just to make sure that ONIC does not have that space. And right now, 16 minutes in, with that maybe like one more Lord take here for ONIC, this could create so much pressure here. Albert's already been scaled up, and Kiboy going in for that concealed play. Does not get anything. Gets the tug onto one. There's the Time's Journey. Albert gonna get that heavy spin inside. He's gonna get taken down here. ONIC, one man down here. They don't have their damage dealer. I think for Burning Flash, they're gonna commit for more here. ATM just looking in for that final slash, and he's gonna commit. Kiboy get taken down. Sans as well from the back side is gonna get taken down. That is gonna be 3 for the price of none, and Burnex Flash gonna be able to take some in.
And that means that Burning Splash can just go for the straight push. And we can see it through the replay, right? See the final slash hitting onto 2, forcing flickers out of ONIC. And now formation from ONIC is already in shambles. And big props to Rindo finding Albert and punishing that carry that only had the flicker. And already the flicker was out. And it's mainly because of the fire slash, the combination. They were able to run down ONIC as well. With a Time's Journey, not a care in the world. And Burnix Flash will only get a turret afterwards. But that's already massive, and this means that the game has, tipped its scales in favor of no one at this point. Well, technically speaking, it's still ONIC leading because of the inhibitors, but overall, the momentum has shifted, and this will be an even game for now.
Yeah, the gold lead, right? Like it's going back and forth here between Burnex Flash and ONIC, right? This is gonna be the second enhanced Lord here for both Burnex Flash and ONIC. It's already at half HP here. Rindo looking to take that in. KLVJ also has that Detona's Welcome. Let's see if ATM will go in for that final slash. He gets tugged in here by Kiboy. Gets in that Detona's Welcome, but Carrie's taking a lot of the damage here. The Lord is still up for the taking. It's going to be Rindo picking that up for the side of Burn X Flash. Everybody's really low. A lot of the flickers have been used out. ONIC wants to commit to this fight, but they're not going to go for more. They got what they wanted, and they're still alive and kicking in this game. That's going to be Burn X Flash equalizing the gold right now. 54K for both sides.
We have ourselves a game. And now ONIC are gonna be really scratching their heads over their plays that they were doing, and Burnix Flash, with all of the members that they have right now, they're on fire. And at this point, it's their problem. Between Carry versus the Brody, in the latter portions of the game, there's a lot of merit that can be given to the Brody just because of the ultimate. Torn Apart Memory deals AoE damage. And it's a burst, it's difficult
and
to really
if you
counter
leave it
in
unchecked,
the
once Owl's able to
VJ.
free hit, you've seen that in the flashes, right?
Valentina.
Getting that torn apart memories can even rip apart like the backlines here of ONIC.
That's
You
right.
see Miko laying out the bombs. The Lord's marching in. They should be able to get in this second inhibitor. The rest of the ONIC is just waiting in for that proper setup coming out from Kiboy. But right now, they have to face this Lord knocking in the base of ONIC. That's going to be the inhibitor down here. ATM gonna try to go in for that final slash. Not able to do so. Gets cancelled out by Kyrie. And they're gonna take what they can get right now as ONIC is able to melt down that Lord.
Twilight armor picked up by Keyboy. Very important against, I guess, Owl. All of the burst. So think he's able to at least survive for now. But Rindo,
Wow.
that's scary.
The damage. Oh, even kill VJ with the Winter Truncheon in play.
What?
He has the immortality there. Being popped up in time. ONIC will force this one. Boots gonna go in, but look at Al from the backside. He's able to free hit everyone. They get down ATM. ONIC gonna try to force this one out. Burnic Splash in for a run as Miko laying down the bombs. Boy goes in for the flicker. Will he be able to make the pick off as Al still able to rip everybody apart with the torn apart memories? Burnic Splash right now leading in terms of gold.
And even the dash camera from Kyrie's ultimate was dodged. And ONIC made a wonderful defense for sure. That's already started by Keyboy, picking up Rindo, and then KLVJ taken forced with the immortality, and then eventually had a chance to get out, but ONIC had to lose Keyboy once again. 0-6 at this point. Like, he's landing good shots for sure, but the fact that they're really sacrificing so much just to get something out of Burnic Slash is not a good sign, and ONIC are slowly losing their control of this game.
Wow. Yesterday games, I've seen very, very fast games, like probably 15 minutes tops, then 17. Like today, for some reason today, every single game that I'm casting, I reached at least like one series that has like a 20 plus minutes games, and it's gonna be here in this match between Burnic Splash and ONIC. And honestly, I am expecting that this is gonna be the case, right? Like two of the season teams, a lot of these stellar players come in and to play here for this first match of the day. And let's see, like it's gonna be the momentum, right, for both ONIC and Burnic Splash. Whoever takes this in, it's gonna be big. Immortalities are being purchased here, Wolf. And the Lord's gonna get tugged in here by Rindo. It's gonna be a big thing if ONIC takes this in.
Wonder what Suns is doing on the opposite end. Oh, they're going for the reset. I think that Suns wants to... knows that he can be snagged by this Arlot. But Rindo is receiving a lot of damage. The Lord hurts now. Oh no, Kyrie. There's suppression. Kyrie with the time, the Winter Truncheon, he gets
And
out
it's
to
gonna be Boots
safety.
going in
He's actually
for
safe for now, and now Burnic Splash are losing their
but not
HPs.
able to take anyone in. Wow, this is so well calculated from both sides, but that actually is gonna cause Burnic Splash, some of them, to actually recall back to the base.
Yeah, but that's immortality and Winter Truncheon from Kyrie. But no time's journey, so that's gotta be massive. Keyboy's gonna be feeling confident now. And one more.
Yeah, definitely confident after that one. Okay, there is that final slash from ATM. He's very low though. He's trying to go for Albert here. He has the immortality. It's gonna be ATM popping that in. Though,
Oh, Boots!
gonna be able to tank up the damage here from Boots. A lot of these immortalities have been burned already. As the rest of the team, it is going to be a 1-for-none exchange. Still, ONIC going to be able to get that pick off onto ATM. The one really setting up the place here for Flash. For next Flash.
Oh, very important one at all. At that is going to be Rindo. Going in, KLVJ with the flicker. Wants to go for the snipe. Not going to find it. Now, Kyrie's just going to be controlling this Lord. It's still pretty even because Rindo is still working on it. And Kyrie's actually pretty low if you think about it, but of course this is a Barrett. In comes Boots with the bravest fighter, but the ultimate coming up from Dinky stops this madness. Now Boots is gonna be taken out. KLVJ with the damage output enough for that. Sans wants to go for the backlines. Actually gonna be dodged. Nice play coming out from Owl. Instead of backing down, he flickered in, but the base! Oh, it was just the base! Even I did not see that. Nobody saw that from the side of Burnic Splash. Even, I'm sure not everyone is paying attention. I can't believe what I just saw. We see through the highlights once again. And hopefully we can get a little bit of a preview of what happened in the final clash. You can see that ONIC is just leading in the early stages. So that's very much understandable. They have a much better control of the early stages. The composition that they have and the execution that they do it But sometimes, they overheat. And I think this is one of those few moments where they definitely was an overheat. And look at Owl just getting in front. And just, instead of of running away, taking out. But Keyboy was just also on point with the flicker plays. And then the turtle fight, once again, it's gotta be Rindo to secure that because of the heavy spin, which is great. And then Gary did not have any fight in that, and that's gonna be ONIC just securing even more team. And the overall result of it is that ONIC is gonna take care of the early stages, and then afterwards, Burnix Flash will just fight under the Lord, and then eventually will get something in exchange for ONIC. But of course, Albert is going to be on point. He actually took down that hero, and then here comes the mistakes. Well, not really a mistake from ONIC, but more of a good play coming out from on your ATM. Usage of the final slash, really punishing ONIC, and then there will be another one in the bottom lane. For now, at 14 minutes, we can see that Keyboy was taken out, but no times journey means that ONIC can now fight afterwards. So this is just good patience coming out from ONIC, and then of course Boots taken out Owl. I would say a little bit of a miscommunication out there from Boots and Kyrie as they went in together, and then Daytona's welcome, so they didn't maximize their damage output, but nevertheless, they still took that down. But in comes the good play from Amir ATM. Actually, being aided by the so-called teamwork coming out from Kyrie, which is a little bit funny out there. But the stun that connects onto two, the final slash, then the rundown coming out from Burnix Flash. That gave them the advantage, definitely. So they're gonna be slowly running things down against ONIC, and then they will get the turret. But in this fight, Kyrie able to utilize the Daytona's welcome, but the heavy spin is just on point. So Rindo eventually takes this Lord, and that's the advantage. And Indigo, look at that. Healthy amount of minions in the bottom lane. It's just naturally like that. Albert actually makes the beeline towards the base. He wants to go for that play. I think that was the call anyways. So it was eventually Albert with a split push. Alright, so he identified that. It's just as simple as that. This is well, the MVP Suns, maybe because of damage of 41%, but my oh my, Albert with that play at the last one. Well, technically speaking, it's not the it didn't really actually become like a game-winning play whatsoever, but I gotta say that Suns actually played well in many moments in this game. Obviously, when you look at that game, you look at Albert and he made the winning play, but Suns is a force to be reckoned with all throughout the game. That's why he's the MVP. 7-2-4 KDA, 41% damage dealt, and then a gold per minute of 599 at the later portions of the game. Skill 1 and skill 2 hurts a lot. And that's what we felt from Mr. Suns himself. You can see ONIC, even with a 0, 6, and 7 performance from Keyboy, they still managed to win it. It was amazingly done coming out from ONIC. But then again, this is where you say about the Burnix Flash, not too shabby at all.
Definitely not, right? Like the final slashes, the setup plays coming out from ATM was really good. But the thing here about ONIC is that they have so much damage from the back lines. You did mention the Vexana, also the possibility of seeing Gord here in this matchup. But having the Vexana was just a lot that Burnix Flash had to deal with, right? Like you to get that heavy spin onto Suns or maybe even ATM with that final slash, and ultimately